Why did Prosecutor Gaines bail? I'm Bertram de Souza, host of the Scribbler Video podcast streamed on my YouTube channel and Facebook page, and on WFMJ.com and other digital platforms. I'm the retired editorial page editor and Sunday columnist of the now-closed Youngstown Vindicator. I'm also the author of the book No Holds Barred that's dedicated to the 150-year-old newspaper. The book is on sale at Barnes & Noble in Boardman and online at scribblergroup.com. My commentary today focuses on the question I posed at the beginning of this broadcast. When Mahoning County Prosecutor Paul Gaines announced he was stepping down on November 30, with 2 years left on his 4-year term, the rumor mill went into overdrive. Gaines' insistence that he was leaving early because he wanted to enjoy his golden years, he's 71, was met with a great deal of skepticism. Why? Because of the dark cloud that has hung over his head for the past 4.5 years. The cloud is the lawsuit filed against Gaines by an assistant prosecutor, Martin Desmond, after he was fired by the prosecutor. What made the cloud even more ominous was the $550,000 paid to Desmond to settle his lawsuit. Gaines insists it was not his decision to settle and that the decision was made by a lawyer representing Mahoning County government's insurance carrier. But here's what Desmond's lawyer, Sabod Chandra of Cleveland, had to say about Gaines. Quote, "The settlement was reached the night before Paul Gaines was about to face withering cross-examination over his contradictory statements on his reason for firing Desmond. And he was going to be cross-examined with FBI memoranda that the prosecutor's office had wrongly withheld for years of litigation." Close quotes. The FBI? Yes, the same FBI that, along with federal prosecutors, blew the lid off the Mafia and government corruption in the Mahoning Valley. The federal dragnet resulted in over 70 convictions, including those of mobsters and office holders. Gaines had agreed to appear on today's podcast to discuss his long tenure as prosecutor and to talk about the Desmond lawsuit, but on Friday he canceled, saying he was extremely busy. The settlement agreement was approved by the three Mahoning County commissioners, with Carol Remedios-Righetti, chairman of the board, saying that she and her colleagues approved the pact because, quote, "From my understanding, this is not an admission of wrongdoing, it was just an economic decision." The former prosecutor strongly objects to anyone suggesting that the Desmond lawsuit is part of his legacy as an elected office holder. But the reality is that the settlement of the lawsuit has left many questions that need to be answered by Gaines. Just as the botched Mafia contract killing of Gaines on Christmas Eve 1996 to prevent him from taking office in January 1997 is a part of his political history, so is the Desmond lawsuit, the settlement paid by the insurance carrier and county government, and Gaines' early departure from office. His leaving has roiled the political waters in the county. His temporary replacement is Gina DiGenova, who is a veteran assistant prosecutor. She was appointed by the county commissioners to serve until the Mahoning County Democratic Party's Central Committee, the party insiders, select Gaines' permanent replacement at its meeting in early January. While DiGenova will be seeking the party's embrace, there are several individuals whose names are known politically who are showing an interest in the position of prosecutor. I'll have more to say on this in the coming weeks. By the way, my book contains quite a few columns about Paul Gaines, including several on the Mafia hit on him.